Good morning. Is that loud enough? Keep cranking it? All right, I feel like I have your attention now. Good morning. Thanks so much for being here. Raise of hands. How many of you went to the Surf Ballroom first? Oh, come on. Somebody did. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we communicated really well. Well, thanks for being here. We're happy to be at the Ventura Community Center, especially with the way the weather looks outside. This is a storm shelter, so we're safe. I just want to welcome you to our June quarterly coffee, sponsored by Clear Lake Bank and Trust. We're so excited to have you here. We have a really great agenda today. Just a couple of updates from me before I hand it over to the Clear Lake Community School District. First of all, we had our 4th Thursdays on Main last night. We have our data now that we get from cell phone ping, so we can kind of see how many people are coming into the downtown district during our events. And last year we averaged about 7,000 people a week, and this year already we're averaging about 8,000 people a week. So the event just continues to grow and continues to draw people into Clear Lake early and hopefully spend their dollars at our stores and at our restaurants. We're less than 2 weeks away from the 4th of July celebration, if you can believe that. It's hard to believe. I feel like my life is flashing before my eyes. And so we do need bingo volunteers. It would be, if I didn't take the opportunity to ask you guys to help us out at one of these quarterly coffees, would it even be a quarterly coffee? So if you're interested in bingo, grab some of your friends, grab some of your coworkers. It's really fun. I know it's hard to believe, but calling, collecting money, creating energy in the bingo tent it's a really good time. So we'd love your help if you're able to volunteer at bingo this year. I did want to take a minute. Chad Schreck was not able to be here today, but yesterday I attended the North Iowa Corridor Economic Development Corporation's annual meeting, and wow, there were over 160 people there. We were at the Legacy Golf Course, and it really was just such an encouraging event to hear about all of the economic development activities that have been happening in our region. So kudos to Chad and his team for putting on a great event and for all that they do to support economic development in North Iowa. All right, so I want to talk about our First Mates. I know our First Mates are out and about, and sometimes I think people don't know who our First Mates are or what they do. So our First Mates are a group of individuals from different businesses that are essentially our ambassadors. They welcome people to the chamber, they cut the ribbon, they're the ones who are greeting you at the door. And we are at a full roster of First Mates for my first time since I've been working at the chamber. And we have a couple of our new First Mates here with us today. So I would love to invite our new First Mates up here who have not been introduced at a quarterly coffee before. We have jazzy shirts like the Clear Lake Bank and Trust too. Christy Bredesen is, and Denise are, see, they've got jazzy shirts too. You guys were our inspiration. But Kara, do you want to introduce yourself and just share a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm Kara Trenton. I started with One Vision as their Communications Development Director about 6 months ago. I'm actually from Osage, St. Ansgar area, but I've been involved with chambers my entire career. So this was kind of a natural fit for me. I enjoy getting together with the First Mates and volunteering, which is definitely a much needed aspect of the chamber. So I'm excited about being on board and looking forward to lots of fun in the coming years.
Hi, my name's Missy Voits. I've been with United Beverage out of Mason City, the Miller Coors distributor, for about 22 years, the GM over there. I joined Lake Leadership this year, and through that, met a lot of great people and got to talk about Clear Lake, and then got persuaded maybe to join the First Mates. And so far, I've gone to a couple events, and it's been great, and I'm excited to talk about Clear Lake and welcome people here.
I just thank you so much, you guys. I think that the First Mates really expand our capability as an organization. We couldn't do all of the events that we do, all of the member communication that we do if we didn't have a group of volunteers who are willing to raise their hand and take their own time. And thanks to the employers, too, who allow their employees to be part of the First Mates and leave for ribbon cuttings and leave for meetings and, attend business after hours and those types of things. So really appreciate that. Our First Mates, we're very, very, very grateful for them. We also have another individual we'd like to introduce. Ava, do you want to come up here? So we're really excited. We have a Clear Lake native as our summer intern. And so I'm going to have Ava introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Ava Hogue. I graduated from Clear Lake, and now I'm going into my sophomore year at University of Iowa, where I'm studying business. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun at the chamber. So.
We really love having the young energy in our office. They did launch a TikTok, so if you go and follow, I did not have TikTok, so I had to get TikTok in order to follow what these yahoos are doing on TikTok. But last night, Ava asked to take a picture of me. Next thing I know, I am a dancing character in a TikTok. So be careful. You can take a still shot and make it look like you've got some really nice dance moves. All right, so that's all I have from a chamber standpoint. I think we need to get moving on with the agenda. So I'd like to invite Troy and Ben up to give the Clear Lake Community School District update. It feels so quiet in here. It just sucks the...
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Stacy, for inviting us. I'm Troy Tisdall, currently finishing up my second year as activities director. I'll let Ben tell you guys about himself here in a minute. We're here on behalf of Mr. G, our superintendent. Couldn't be here this morning, so just wanted to give a quick review of the year. As far as the school goes, first of all, thank all of you for your support for our teams, our groups, our activities, our school in general. A lot goes, I learned probably more than anything in 2 years as AD. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that nobody sees, but many of you are responsible for that, whether that's volunteering your time, food for meals, money for upgrades, things like that. And so you don't get told thanks enough. So I've seen it firsthand. We can't do the things we do. We can't have the school we have with the incredible amount of opportunities that we are able to provide for kids without your support. So thank you very much for that. It is what makes our school district and our town so unique, a place that 8,000 people are going to show up to on a Thursday night in the summer. And for us to be able to do things that stand out. The state of Iowa sees it, both the Boys Association and the Girls Union. I would say one of the highlights this past year was when we got asked to host state qualifying meet for the first time ever for cross country and for track and field. I'm not even lying, 100% positive feedback from other teams, coaches, communities, people, getting out for the first time, maybe to see what one of those looks like. And I've told a lot of people, once you get up on the list, as far as the state goes for doing a good job, you get asked to do it again. So that only brings positive attention to the community. So, thank you for all of that. It was a really awesome year. Again, Stacy told me to keep it short, so I can't go through the entire list of all the accomplishments, but I don't want to forget anything. We had 6 conference champs as far as our varsity sports, 6 sports had state qualifiers, which is great. That's what a lot of people see. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, and that's not what we only focus on, is just winning games and winning state and conference championships. But it is the outcome of what happens when you have a good process. Our activities on the other side, besides varsity sports, our esports team is in its second year, made it to the state in the fall season. Our band and choir probably had one of the most, if not the most successful year ever with their ratings and the feedback they get from their contests. Our dance team went to nationals and did an incredible job. Our speech team, both individual and group, multiple kids at state. Lions are everywhere, and that's awesome. That's what we love. That's why we do what we do. I love being AD because we're able to provide opportunities for kids that a lot of schools can't, especially a school our size. We're not a huge school, but we can provide things for kids that the big schools can. And that's really cool, and that's just neat to see as far as getting kids involved. I'm probably most proud of this stat. Our GPA for kids that are involved in activities is well over 3.0. And the research is there. When kids get involved, they're more successful in the classroom. They're learning the life skills that's going to go out and put them in a room like this someday. And so it's been a great 2 years as far as that goes for me. Starting July 1st, I officially be taking over as Director of Health, Wellness, and Recreation for the city of Clear Lake. I'll be moving about 100 meters south to the Wellness Center. And so I'm really excited for that. To me, it's kind of now the best of both worlds. I still get to be connected to school, help them with things. Ben's going to do a great job as AD, and now be involved more with the youth and recreation, see my kids a little bit more too, which I'm excited for. So thank you guys again for your support. This has been Klapperich. Officially on July 1st, he'll be starting his time as AD, so I'm going to let him share a few words.
Thanks, Troy. Guys, I'm Ben Klapperich. I grew up in Osage, Iowa. For the last 8 years, I've been in Charles City, Iowa. I've been a middle school science teacher and then a head boys basketball. So at the age of 22, I started out as a head boys basketball coach at Red Rockford Marble Rock and girls track. So I've been involved in school activities for 11 years now. So really looking forward to being a part of the community. It has such a rich tradition in both academics and athletics, and yeah, really excited to be a part of that. My wife and I live around the area, so I've been traveling to 45 minutes a commute to Charles City, so I'm looking forward to cutting that down. My wife is a periodontist in Mason City, so we are very excited to join the Clear Lake community. A couple focuses, Doug told me, he said, just talk about a couple of your focuses. One of the main focuses, and I'm really excited to have Troy, 100 meters away from me just so we can collaborate, but one of the main focuses is going to be putting everything into one system. Right now we have a couple different systems. We have our school, we have different systems for scheduling. So everything's going to get combined into one system, and that's going to be a program that's called Varsity Bound. So I have not started officially yet, but I've been going to some workshops. I was actually at a Varsity Bound boot camp yesterday, so learned a lot about that. And so anyway, scheduling venues. So when you want to schedule a venue, you'll have to go on to the Varsity Bound boot camp, or the Varsity Bound, and you'll have to, become an assigner on there. So anyway, that's one of the focuses. The other focus is we are one of the only schools in the North Central Conference that does not have an activities handbook. And so I'm collaborating with coaches right now to just kind of figure out what exactly they want in a handbook, just so we have it outlined. Student achievement. So, Troy talked about that, when you're involved in activities and, you see just immense growth out of high school kids for that. So, and then the last one is just supporting all programs. I don't know if I'll have some sort of punch card or something, but we want to support not just athletic programs. We want the athletic programs to support the activities. So we've kind of talked about some different ways that we can increase our student participation and student support among programs. So looking forward to being a part of the community. Thanks for all that you guys do.
I'm going to insert myself back in here before I turn it over to Nelson Crabb. You may have noticed we are down one person on the chamber staff. She's on maternity leave. So Ashley Wise normally coordinates, all the behind the scenes of the quarterly copy. So if there, for some reason, you're not on the agenda and you should have been, that's my fault. Please come up during the designated time and insert yourself into the agenda. And I noticed as I was cutting and pasting agenda items that I forgot one really, really important agenda item, and that is announcing our Clear Lake Scholarship recipient, our Clear Lake Chamber Scholarship recipient. So at this time, I'd like to welcome Alexis Hauge up to the stage to share a little bit about her future plans, as she is our 2024 Clear Lake Scholarship recipient. So if you just want to share a little bit about your future plans. One thing, Alexis, so one thing we did in the scholarship process, we kind of looked at, our criteria a couple of years ago, and, who do we really want to represent the chamber as our scholarship recipient. So we redefined and opened it up so any post-secondary education student is welcome to apply for the scholarship, whether that's a trade, whether that's a 4-year degree. But one thing we ask is we ask them to write an essay, and that essay talks about if they, upon graduation, return back to Clear Lake, what would they do to improve the community? And so that plays a huge role. If I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you now, but I'd love to share Lexi's her response with you because it really touched the executive committee's heart, and that was why she was selected as the recipient. So if you just want to share a little bit about yourself and your plans, that would be so great.
So yeah, I've grown up here my whole life, so I've really enjoyed a lot of different chamber activities. I just did the triathlon, and then last summer I volunteered at bingo, so that's super fun. That's a little bit of the background. I just graduated Clear Lake Schools, and I also graduated with associates from NIAC. So that's a really cool opportunity that Clear Lake Schools has, that partnership with NIAC. I'm interning at Sukup Manufacturing this summer as an advertising intern, and then I'll be going to UNI and majoring in marketing management. So, thanks, Lexi.
A marketing management degree from UNI is an amazing degree. Mayor Crabb, you want to come up and give the city update?
Careful on these steps.
Yes.
Thank you. I'd just like to introduce one person here. My granddaughter didn't even tell me when she got up this morning, but she's here today with she's doing an internship with Sarasota County Public Health, and I did my graduate work at Iowa State, but she's a University of Iowa junior. There are 4 of those twin homes are already spoken for, and they aren't even finished. John Snow is doing Stonebrook, just off of Wood Lane Drive over here with 2 6-row home complexes there and 1 twin down by the pond there. Together. That's where I got my 100 one that's going to be springing up. And that music, enrichment, immersion, as Scott says, everything burns down in the city. I did that once or twice. And did the hotel, which we have taken part of that away now as well. The immersive center that's going in there will be one of the very few between Chicago and Las Vegas. Yeah, I'm not bragging about that or exaggerating about that. That is known. And we have had recently 3 RFPs in there from folks in Boston, from Chicago, and from Marshalltown. We have interviewed them all. All 3 of them are more than willing to partner with Renovo Productions here in town. And those people who have come and visited us in person are top-notch people. They aren't Bostonians trying to put something over on us Midwesterners or Chicago people the same way. These are wonderful people who are really impressed with our community. They're not fake, they're real. And I'm looking forward to this as really being something very, very unique in this area and very, very special for Clear Lake. And those who, have been interviewing that group and kind of critiquing what they have come from the SURF Nonprofit Board, the present SURF General Manager, the Dean Construction Developers, because they are the general managers at risk for that whole area down there, and myself and City Administrator Scott Flory. So that will be a wonderful, wonderful area for this community and for the Big West. In that immersive room, there will be a story. If any of you went to the Van Gogh immersive that traveled across the country here, I happened to see it when we were down in Sarasota. I didn't want to pay $75 to go see that. My wife drove me along and went in there. And when I got in there, and that is a concept where light and sound are going around you constantly and telling you the story. I went in there and I literally was floored. I sat right down on the floor. Or if you don't tell me that, that's embarrassing. But I was blown away by how that story was told. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have that right here to tell the story of the surf from the big band era right up through Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Bopper to present day. You know, that will be spectacular, and it will certainly be a draw for our community in North Iowa. I'm on the second page, Paul. You need to go to really get up to that splash pad on South 15th Street. You know, that's where the Everybody Plays playground area. And it's something very, very special for very, very special young people, as well as our pool right next door. Please, at the pool, don't take anything in that is glass. Third day, somebody came in with a glass container, it fell on the concrete, broke, someone in the pool. Guess what? You have to drain the pool to get it. So we took 2 or 3 days to get that done. But you know, that's a great area now, a wonderful area now. You need to get out there if you haven't been there already before. We had some people from Boston again to come in and do a feasibility study with regard to the Children's Museum. Now, when that first got started by a few folks in town, I thought, oh brother, this is pie in the sky. This is not going to happen here. And the more I got involved with it, the more I'm beginning to believe that this also could be something spectacular for our community. Now, it's a long ways off, and we haven't gotten the results of the feasibility study, but I think that will also be wonderful, not only for the young people, but for the grandparents that take the young people there, and it will be fantastic. Little note on the municipal band, Brandon Borseth has left. He's going to be superintendent down in Tipton, and Holly Pryor will be taking that over. I happen to be down there Sunday. If you haven't been to a municipal band concert, boy, I'm bad at not going to those. It's a great, great group. There's musicians there from southern Minnesota, from North Iowa, yes, Clear Lake in the Mason City area. But that really is a great group that I think goes unheard of quite a bit in the community. Pickleball, these people I think are half pickled when they get in. That's quite a group. But they have new courts now that we have worked with them down there by the tennis courts, across from the high school. There's a regulated basketball court that went along with that. You have to equalize things here, as you might suspect. And what is it? The nets and so on aren't in yet, but that will be very well appreciated by those people that are really into that. That seems to be half of the gray hairs of the country are doing that as well. Bond rating, and only Hewitt and Stacy may be able to help me on this one, but and Scott Flory did a lot of work on this in the Moody's national rating. We are an AA2, and in small town USA, keep in mind we're 7,600 people, that is considered top drawer. The only other town in Iowa our size that received that rating was North Polk, and that's in a metro area. But you have to be almost a big town to get the AA1. But we're very, very pleased with that. That's a very high rating. So when it comes to borrowing money, that puts you in the top echelon. And we are very pleased with the support we've received from the banking in this area, especially Bank and Trust. We have put out a loan through the Northland Securities of $5,325,000. That's the most we've borrowed since I've been on board. And I think we'll get some very, very good rates with that in spite of the situation that the country is in right now. Clear Lake PD, we have 16 officers. That's full. Once again, for a town our size, they're having trouble finding police officers up there. And we just, I just swore in Shady Grim Monday night as our newest, and we have a full 6 dispatchers. Here's another big one. We know that there are 2 gentlemen who have purchased the bowling alley. Mr. Kerr and Mr. Play. And the other night I got some ice cream, and that's the best ice cream, across the road from that, and those guys were in there, sweat pouring off of them. They were cleaning out the inside of that, which has been an escape room and a paintball area, and that's going to have 6 bowling alleys, 2 golf simulators, as Stacy says, give your kids a bag full of quarters, and you can go into the send the kids into the arcade while you guys bowl. And so the arcade will be there will be a place where you can get a little glass of Be Joyful, and you can also have a little snack bar there as well. So, you know, that's big. If you want to bowl now, you don't have to go either Charles City, AD, Charles City, or Forest City. You know, that's ridiculous. City Hall, they tell us, should have been complete today, will be all renovated, security renovated by July 30th. We are very happy to have Troy go his 100 meters over to become our director of the Clear Lake Wellness and Athletic Center. He's a great guy, and he's going to work with us. This town, we believe, if you don't work together, you don't belong here. And we do really work together with all of you here. I'm very appreciative of what you all do for this community. You're the ones that make it. Keep it up. Thank you.
All right, at this time, I'd like to welcome Mark Hewitt, the CEO of Clear Lake Bank and Trust up. They are celebrating a very special anniversary, and he's going to share a few remarks about their bank's history.
Thank you, Stacy. So I was asked to do a couple remarks here, and I said, well, let me see the agenda, because I was, of course, intended to be the most entertaining thing you've heard all day long. He said, oh, you're going to follow the mayor. All right, here we go. So I'm Mark. I'm the CEO of Clear Lake Bank and Trust. I apologize for the obnoxious shirts. We don't dress in uniform. It happens to be that today is the day that we're celebrating a really cool milestone in our company, 90 years in business. So we're having a big shindig tonight. We had to move it to the surf. We were going to be outside, but the weather had a different idea. But we're going to celebrate that. So 90 years. And just a little aside, by the way, I grew up here and kind of did the family thing, and then I left and did some other things for a long time. I came back to work at the bank 26 years ago, and I was 34 years old, so don't do the math on this. But and now, flash forward 26 years, and I find that I am the historian now for the bank, so I'm going to give just a really brief history lesson. But think about this, 90 years ago, I've done the math on this, so I'm quite sure it was 1934 is when our bank was chartered and formed. Think about that. What was going on in 1934? It was like misery. It was the depth of the Depression, and nothing was good. It was not a good time to start any business, and certainly not a bank. But we did, and the way it worked in those days was you kind of got anybody in the town together who had a little bit of money, and they threw it all in a pot and started a bank. And so we had the local hardware guy, and we had the guy who had the oil company in town, and they threw some money together, and that's exactly how it worked for Clear Lake Bank and Trust. But I would say this much. I'll skip all the history up until now. Flash forward to now, and I will tell you that we are extremely strong. We've never been stronger in the history of our bank. You can look at just about any metric you want to, and I won't bore you all with a bunch of numbers. But we're super proud of where we are. We stand head and shoulders above most banks our size in the state of Iowa. So that's really a fun accomplishment for us. So, how do we do it? What's sort of our secret to success? We're not afraid to tell people this, because we do something that we think is a pretty hard formula to replicate. And I'll mention two things. I know there's lots of speakers here today, so I'll keep it brief. But one of those things is support, and I would say in particular community support. So you heard Troy and Ben talking earlier about the school district and the people behind the scenes that help support what's going on there. That's us. We do that kind of stuff. You heard the mayor talking about the city, the bond issues, the different things the city, that's us too. We support all those kinds of initiatives. And as a community bank, that's really critically important to what we're about. We have people volunteer everywhere. I mean, you go to an activity, you're going to see people volunteer. And a lot of people say, well, what do? You give them uniforms to wear and you make them go. No, we don't do that. We try to align people's passion with their volunteerism. So if you're really into school activities, go do that. But represent the bank while you're there. If it's your church, go do it there. But be involved and try to give back to the community that gives so much to us. So that's a really kind of critical piece of what we're doing. The other really critical piece is we have a model where we put this sort of continuum of our constituents in a pyramid, if you will. And we say, in banking we're highly regulated, so we got to pay attention to the regulators. Of course, we have our customers are critical. We have a board of directors. By the way, I happen to be the CEO, but I promise you, I report to the board of directors, so we pay attention to these people. They're a very important part of what we do. But at the very top of our pyramid is our employees. And that is not a common model in every single bank or every single company that you ever see, but it is in ours. We spend a tremendous amount of time trying to make sure that it's a good place to work. It's where people are excited about coming in and doing their jobs and doing them well. And our theory has been over the years, if you provide that kind of environment for your employees to excel and to feel good about what they're doing, it will translate directly into a great customer experience. It isn't 100% true all the time, but I will tell you that model has worked really well for 90 years. So I'm going to end there. I'm super proud of our association with the Chamber and with everybody else in this room, really, for that matter. So we're proud to be here. We appreciate the opportunity to talk a little bit about the bank and what we're doing. And join us for our big celebration. So we'll be at the Serve tonight starting at 5. And we'll blow the doors up. So thank you very much.
All right, just to tack onto that, we have a little game for you. So you may have seen the cookies on your table. If you all were able to grab a cookie or could steal a cookie from a spot where nobody is, if you look at the back of the cookie, did anybody get a gold star? There should be 3 gold stars. So if you got a gold star, stand up. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Brad. Okay. All right. There, and then back there. Perfect. Well, we have prizes for you 3. So back on the back table, we've got a cooler. We've got $90 in chamber bucks. You may see we're 90th. And then we have a Fairly Bank and Trust plant. So if you'd like to stop back there, either when you're done or whenever you'd like, you can pick a prize and you can take it with you. So we hope to see you all tonight at the Serve. We're ready for a good party, so we'll see you later.
All right, thank you so much. Now we're moving on to the new employees and promotions. If you've never been to a quarterly coffee before, we start off with kind of these lengthier updates, and then we move into what we call the rapid fire portion of the agenda. So we are now in the rapid fire portion of the agenda. If you happen to be on this section of the agenda, we ask that you keep your comments and remarks to 1 to 2 minutes. So I'm going to ask all of the individuals in our new employees and promotion section to come and just line up over here so we can hand the mic from person to person. So if you are in the new employees and promotions, then have you come over here. And we'll invite our jazzy shirt crew up first.
Good morning. I'm Amy Kern. I work at Klapperich, of course, and I work in human resources. And I'm really happy today to be here introducing our 5 summer interns this summer. I'm going to ask them each to say a little bit about themselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey Watson. I'm currently the intern in the business banking department. I recently graduated from Iowa State with a degree in ag business.
Good morning everyone, I'm Kenna Kazel. I'm from Lamar's, Iowa. I'm the marketing and PR intern this summer, and I currently attend Buena Vista University. I'm starting my junior year in the fall, where I'm majoring in business with concentrations in marketing and management and a minor in communication studies. And this summer I've had a lot of fun working on projects and events with Christy and Kara.
I'm Brandon Banky. I'm a teller at the Crabb and going to Iowa State. We start my second year studying finance, and I enjoy every minute at the bank, seeing all the people there, seeing the smiles, and just giving them the money.
I'm Mason Graham. I just graduated from GHB this spring, and then I'm a teller intern at the bank, and then I'll be going to Iowa State this fall for a major in ag business.
I'm Kevin Newberger. I'm going to Iowa State this fall studying ag business. I graduated from Clear Lake, and yeah.
I'll be a historian with a minor in education, which I'm not looking to teach, just working in public history. So it's a great opportunity, and I'm really excited to be here today. I think it's our first one. So yeah, thank you guys.
Good morning, Cal Dixon with Hertz Farm Management. We're super excited to introduce you to Jameson Anders. He just started with us a month ago. Jameson's a graduate from Iowa State University and just graduated this spring, but also was working on his real estate classes and real estate degree, so already has that in place. So he's going to be selling real estate for our clients, helping our clients buy real estate. He's also doing a lot of broker price opinions right now in farmland, so if you have any valuation needs, Jameson's going to be your guy in the future of that. And so originally from the Waterloo area, and just moved into Mason City recently, and been going to all the Thursdays on Main so far. And if you want to talk to Jameson, we've been talking for a long time. He's talking about hunting or fishing or his black lab puppy, and you'll have a conversation over that.
Good morning, I'm Matt Bradley with Pritchard Companies, and it is also, as you might imagine, intern season for us at Pritchard's, and we're blessed year after year to have some of the best interns in the business, in the market, and which really is important. It's vital for us because it makes it possible for us to cover all of the events and support all the organizations that have so many demands over the summer season. So thank you to everyone, and we also really try hard to make it a valuable experience for them as well. So much so that one of our interns is coming back for year number 2. So we're really excited about that. That's Kylie. So I'll have all 4 of you just say your name, where you're going to school, or you're studying. Try to say something that you've picked up so far at Pritchard's.
Hi, my name is Kylie. I am a second-year summer intern with the marketing department. I'm going to be a junior at Iowa State in the fall, and I'm majoring in marketing and international business. I'm going to say my favorite thing instead. My favorite thing is Thursdays on Main. That is the best event that we get to every day. I'm Rachel Chambers. I am a junior at Drake University, double majoring in kinesiology and business. And I would say something that I've learned that there's always something to do here in Clear Lake, so it's a lot of fun.
Hi, Hi, my name is Erin Kemble. I am graduating with my bachelor's degree in business management from BYU, Idaho. I'm actually not even from this area, I'm from Colorado, but I love the community here. I am working in the HR department with Pritchard's, and I think one of the things I have learned about Pritchard's and just, I guess, the community in general is how tight-knit they are, and that's something I've loved a lot.
My name is Trey Holtoff. I'm currently attending the University of Iowa, studying marketing and psychology. I'm also an HR intern. My favorite thing I think so far is we've gotten a lot of safety checks on our dealerships, and just picking up a thing or two here, being able to conduct our own safety checks and day-to-day life, what's going on in all sides of Pritchard's business.
And I like Trey, but one thing that he said was that he used to watch me on TV when he was a little kid. So, that wasn't like the most thrilling thing that I did. But I was glad he was watching. I mean, if you had to watch somebody, I'm glad it was me. So we appreciate all the interns. Unfortunately, they are temporary with us. Our permanent addition that we're really excited to talk about is Doughan. We have at Pritchard's a national commercial unit, so they sell fleets of vehicles across the country, pickups all the way up to box trucks and work trucks and chassis. They support all of those products as well. And being a national audience for that, it really requires a lot of focus and a lot of dedication to tell that story to a national audience. So to now take over that responsibility, that big responsibility, is somebody that might be familiar to a lot of you, and that's Donna Brieswitz.
Thank you. I'm Donna Brieswitz. I am also from Osage, so it's really good to see a few other Osage people here. I'm the new commercial marketing director at Pritchard. I'm super excited about this opportunity. My prior 6 years, I spent some time at Buckhouse Candles as the marketing director of St. Ansgar. Prior to that, I spent almost 20 years at Stellar Industries, so that's where my industry background comes from, and super excited to get back into this industry and really help grow the brand nationwide. The marketing team has done a fantastic job here locally. Everybody knows who Pritchard is, anywhere in probably a 200-mile radius. You mentioned it and everybody knows. So now we're going to take that nationally with the commercial division. So thank you for the event. This is great, and glad to be on the Pritchard team.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you. So Donna's the Director of Commercial Marketing. And now, with all this marketing firepower up here, I would be remiss if I did not mention and call your attention to the flyer that's on all of the tables. We have a smoking deal right now on e-bikes. These are literal Harley-Davidson e-bikes, brand new. I challenge you to find a better price. I'd be shocked if you did. Don't fight over these. I have plenty. Just come and see me. And or just scan the QR code, yeah. And if you want to try one out, if you haven't ridden an e-bike, go over to Lake Life and get a test ride. They're awesome. All right, so that's all we've got for Pritchard this morning.
Good morning. I'm Heidi Poole, and I do enrollment and communications for Doughan Catholic. And I'm super excited to announce Alicia Schmidt to you. She is our new foundation director. Alicia will be taking the spot of Lynn Patotic. I'm sure most of you knew Lynn. She was with Doughan Foundation for 21 years. We were very grateful for her work, but she had an opportunity to move closer to her family to take care of her parents. So I am going to let Alicia say a little bit about her.
Good morning. I'm Alicia Schmidt. I'm from North Springs, the less popular side of Mason City. So I've worked in marketing for 14 years. I am so happy to be here to combine my marketing experience and my faith all in one job. I've only been here for 2 weeks, but I just want to let you know that everything that I've uncovered so far, I just want to thank all the businesses that have donated or been part of our community, because our little Catholic school would not be where it is today without you guys. And so I'm just blown away by the community support and the business support that we have. So thank you. I'm happy to be here, and I look forward to meeting all of you.
All right, so you may have noticed, if you are a regular at Quarterly Coffee, that I moved things around a little bit. I always felt like the events were like, okay, everybody, you gotta hurry up and finish because we're running out of time. So I moved the events up in the agenda so they could have their spotlight too. So if you are in the events and things of interest section, I invite you to come on over here. We'll learn about It's been so fun to see you, what Faith and remind your names, Addison, what Faith and Addison are doing out at the Kinney Pioneer Museum. It's one of those hidden treasures. If you haven't been out there, you really should go. There's so many interesting pieces of history. And so they've got a new something coming, and I'll let Addison talk to you about it.
I'm back. So we have 2 events in July. We only have one listed, but I'll talk about July 7th. From noon to 5 is our ice cream day. We are having the Old Creamery ice cream truck out, and we are sponsored also by Ace and Garner. So that'll be really fun. We'll have like a newspaper printing demonstration, the same things we had at Thursdays on May, the games, the street games, and then a couple of really cool, like more interactive things, because that's definitely something that's been lacking, and we're trying to implement that now. And then on the agenda for today, to talk about Our Flying World exhibit opening on July 28th from 12 to 5 also. That's the celebration of Bert Koegel. It's the 100-year anniversary since one of his daredevil stunts here at Clear Lake, where he jumped out of a plane, tried to land on a boat, never was successful. He tried twice. And then we'll talk about Isla Fox, Carl Bates, Amelia Earhart, and a couple other really cool aviation pioneers around the area. So, and their connection to the area. So yeah, that's all. But we hope to see you out there. And yeah, if you follow us on Facebook, you'll get 1,000 updates about everything we do and never be behind. So, thanks.
Hi, I'm Becky from Central Gardens. The countdown is on for us for our annual fundraiser to be held Sunday. The weather is not going to be a variable for us, because if it rains, we are going to be right here in this lovely space. So we are covered one way or the other. Our tent is up, ready to go. And this is our only major fundraiser of the year that helps support Central Gardens to let us provide over 70 free events to the community. And we hope you'll come and join us. You can buy tickets online, or I happen to have some along today if you'd like to purchase them. Thank you.
And I'm Jenny Frederick with Central Gardens, and I just wanted to mention, and this is shameless because I wasn't on the agenda for payments and performances, which starts July 14th. I forgot to put the word out. Starts July 14th, runs through September 1st. We have a great lineup this year. And this year we're going to introduce food trucks. So come out and enjoy Sunday afternoons, bring a picnic, or enjoy food from a food truck. Thank you.
I'll stand up here because I'm short. Hi, I'm Brianna Shelley. I'm the Children's Librarian at the Clear Lake Public Library, and right now we are in our busiest season. We are right smack dab in the middle of summer reading program, which runs birth through adult. So if you haven't stopped by the library and signed up, there's still time to do that. It goes through July 19th. We have prizes for all the different ages. We've got lots of raffles. We have a pool party for the kids if they finish. There's a teen lock-in if they finish their log. And we'd love to get you signed up. It looks like it's going to be a record-breaking year for us, which is super exciting. If you have any questions, want to know about all the different programs and events, there's one of these flyers on your table that will tell you more. There's a QR code to follow to our website. If you follow us on Facebook, you'll also get 1,000 updates. So I'm going to turn it over to Myra to talk a little bit about our capstone event this year.
All right, I'm Myra. I'm the Assistant Director at the Clear Lake Library, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about the Iowa Storytelling Festival, which we do every year to cap off summer reading. So it's going to be July 20th this year, and it's going to be right here at the Ventura Community Center, so you already know where it is, you can find it. And it's going to be a little bit different this year than it has in years past, because we're partnering with other county libraries. We're going to be partnering with the Ventura Library and the Missouri Library to make it an even better event. We have a lineup of great storytellers that are going to be telling children's stories, campfire stories, and even the history of storytelling. And we're also going to be having a local author fair, so you can meet a whole bunch of different local authors, maybe get a signed book or two.
And the last day to apply to be in the author fair, if you or anyone you know would like to be in it, is today. So if you're interested, go ahead and reach out and we can get you an application.
Hello, Tyler with Country Meadow Place. So we're having a parking lot party next Friday from 3:30 to 5:30 with live music, entertainment, and everything like that going on with free food as well. My activities person would like me to tell you she's a lot of fun, so come on out. We are on this side of the construction on Highway 18, so you can get there and back, no problem.
Good morning, I'm actually Paige with the Nyack Papa John Center, and we have some upcoming events. First off, we have 2 webinars hosted by Jennifer Gilbert, the owner and marketing specialist with Remote Group. First one is next week, and it's Mastering E-commerce in your Shopify platform. So if you are looking to do e-commerce or are using Shopify or planning to use Shopify, she's got a lot of tools, tips, and tricks to maximize that platform for you. And then in July, she'll be doing another one, but doing marketing potential with Instagram and Facebook ads. So if you're looking at boosting your ads on Facebook or Instagram, she'll walk through demographics, how to get the proper target market, and what that looks like. So those are kind of our summer events. Hopping quick into fall, Venture School registration is open. That will start in September. That is our 8-week program for startups and small businesses. So registration is open. There's a QR code in the back. Something else I want to bring to your attention is the Corporate Transparency Act. We were hoping this was going to go away. It's not going away. It is required by FinCEN to be filed by most corporations, even the little guys. So we are doing another webinar in October. Brennan Block from Brown will be hosting it. It'll go through who's required, if you're exempt, how to file, and all that fun stuff. So there's more information on the flyer. And then Joyce in our office is the Tech Talk Guru. If anyone from Tech Talk is here and wants to interrupt me, please do so. But the next Tech Talk will be next Tuesday at Lakeside Brewery. And it is sponsored by Riskill, and they're going to go over augmented reality to enhance your training. The next one after that will be in July, also at Lakeside, and it's going to be sponsored by Stellar, and it's going to be a panel of young professionals talking about technology. Tech Talk is the fourth Tuesday of every month. So if you're looking to sponsor, have a topic, please reach out to Joyce at the Papa John Center.
I got really excited when she talked about FinCEN. I'm a banker, so and scared all at the same time. That blue shirt table knows what I'm talking about. So I'm John Krebeck from First Citizens Bank. Here this morning to talk about our second annual Rural Economic Development Summit. Stacy brought up a great event yesterday at the golf course, and the reason we're hosting this event is just events like that. Getting everybody in this room together and really focusing on the really positive things that we can do when we come together, regardless of industry, regardless of whether you're competition or not competition, and things that we can do when we sit down at a table together and really figure that out. So this year we're focusing on employment retention, things like that. So we've got a featured speaker named Steve Bench. If you've heard of him, he's awesome, he's entertaining. Again, we've got lots more on the agenda. Obviously, Save the Day is on the table for most of you. So again, September 12th, Nyack Auditorium. Last year we had it at the arena, which was a great opportunity to highlight the arena, the multi-purpose space there. Obviously the sound was a little hard, so we figured this wonderful auditorium out of Nyack might be a little better, so you should be able to hear everything going on. We'll have some nice panels from some local experts that'll be there as well. So September 12th, Nyack Auditorium, save the date. Thanks.
Thank you, John. Thanks for making me look with that nice suit you got on. Doughan has just a lovely community. Can we give ourselves a hand? Seriously. I mean, Mayor Crabb, you're just a breath of fresh air. And thank you for your leadership. I'm doing this intentionally too because your granddaughter's here. You have an amazing grandfather. He's a great leader and a great gatherer for us to be able to do great things in our community. So can we give Mayor Crabb a big round of applause? We are great man's character and confidence. We do really appreciate what you do, sir. And what we were talking about, you talked a little bit about it Mayor Crabb, and also Mark, you did too, about people's passions and aligning them where they volunteer and they can succeed. And that's the thing that's great about our community. Whatever we decide to do, we can't do great things on our own. It takes a lot of people to do it. And it's just amazing what this community does and the growth mindset that we have. So with that said, I'm here for Battle, for Bash at the Lake. It's our second annual event this year. It's August 9th and 10th. And we're going to have about 120 volunteers this year. Last year we had 6,700 people around that at our event. And we're anticipating a lot more this year. Our whole downtown area is just going to be packed with local vendors. We're going to have Chick-fil-A again. And by the way, the Chick-fil-A manager for the one in Mason City is Kevin Millett. And when that store opens, Matt Stockdale, a real good friend of mine, has the truck that brings Chick-fil-A here to Clear Lake. He's not going to be able to go to Austin or Albert Lee anymore because that's in the Mason City territory. But he's still going to be able to come to Clear Lake. Okay? So that's going to be a good thing for us. We have 10 bands coming this year. It's going to be Friday and Saturday night. One of the unique things that we're going to have this year, a local celebrity, Jacob Peterson, he has 3.5 million followers. And he was just last month at the Bible Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. He spoke. He's an inspirational speaker. He spoke to about 10,000 people. And the Smithsonian let him and his wife spend the night in the museum with just one other person there. And when he talked to me, he said, you know, Brad, I hope it's not like Night at the Museum. I don't know if you remember that. Everything came to life, you know. And so anyway, we're very excited about it. And I wanted to share one other thing. We have these classes, and these purpose classes, and we go to different communities, Star and I, and I mean, we hit on every one of these buttons. What we ask these communities, and we work with them, is we gather people together to use their gifts, passions, and talents to build a more vibrant community. And we ask these 3 questions. I wasn't going to do this until I heard what Mark and Mayor Crabb said. But these are the 3 questions we ask. So you think about these yourself too, and talk to your neighbors. What culture would you create? What values would you champion? And what would flourishing look like? We do that here in our community. I don't know better community. So keep working together. I love and value every one of my relationships with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Brad. A little over a year ago, our team went through the passion class that is hosted by United to Serve, and it was a really great bonding experience for our team, but we're also in a unique position where, you know, as a Chamber of Commerce, we have some autonomy in terms of how we fulfill our own personal passions through the work that we do, and so it was really fun to dig down into, you know, what we want the work we do to look like, how we want to positively impact our community, how we want to live out our passions, and so that was just a really great experience for us. So I would encourage you to inquire about that class because it was really a really beneficial class for our team. All right, we are on to the new member section of the agenda, so if you happen to be a new chamber member, I invite you to come on up over here. We are sitting at 486 members of the chamber, so we are dancing with that 500 chamber member number. So if you know someone who isn't a member of the chamber, we'd love to get over that 500 mark. On the back side of the agenda, you'll see all of the members who joined in the last quarter. We're really grateful for them for joining us. So I'm going to hand it over to Morton here, and they'll introduce themselves and just share a little bit about their business.
Thank you. My name is Justin Morton from the Forest Water Company out of Latimer. I'm head of the clean water division of the company. My brother Brandon was unable to be here today. He heads up our wastewater division. But I'm fortunate to have my parents, Ken and Chris, if they'd stand up. They're here today. They are the owners of the Forest Water Company. And our new salesperson, Kelly, who I think many of you probably know, is along with us today too. So I'm actually 5th generation in the business. We've been in business since 1887. So my great-great-granddad, Fred Madsen, started this business. The well drilling business was kind of evolved into well treatment, water treatment, wells, sewer, anything basically to do with water, we do it. We also have a sister company out of Iowa Falls, Works Plumbing and Heating that Mom and Dad own. It's an HVAC business that does geothermal as well. They are in Mason City, Clear Lake all the time. I mean, daily. So we're up here quite a bit. Couple other things about us. We handle Connecticut water treatment equipment. We do have some of this installed up in this area. Cerro County was under a different company through Connecticut at one time, and it has since opened up, so we're able to come up here. We've been with Connecticut for over 45 years, so we have a very deep relationship with them. When they first started out, my Uncle Sanford was the #1 salesperson in the entire nation, like 2 or 3 years. So we have a lot of product out there. We really would like to get into the Clear Lake and Mason City area. We think it's a phenomenal product, being no electricity and 100% on demand with the softeners. We also know there's some arsenic issues up in this area, so we do a lot of stuff with our people on South Shore with arsenic and things like that in our RO system. So, but we're really excited to be a part of the chamber. We're really looking. We cover about a 50 to 60 mile radius out of Latimer, so we do actually get north of Clear Lake and Mason City. We'll get down around Fort Dodge, and stuff like that. So we're equipped just to handle everything 24/7, and we're really excited to be a part of the community. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Tyler Hogarth. We just joined the chamber about 3 months ago, maybe 4. So we're solely basically Clear Lake company. We surround like 25, 30 mile radius. But it's just a 2-man band, I'll be honest with you. Everybody thinks that Big O is like a bunch of employees. It's just us. There's no affiliation with Big O Tires. People are like, hey, is my car done? I'm like, we do garage doors. But anyways, yeah, we joined the chamber. Thought it would be a good outreach in the community. Like I said, we're pretty much Clear Lake is kind of our area. We're trying to kind of update the community with some new garage doors around here. So this is Zach. He's been with me for
year and a half.
Year and a half. So I'm teaching everything that I know, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe you want to hop into management or something when we blow up. So yeah, anyways, I'm really excited to be part of the Clear Lake community. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was such a great boss. Tyler is such a great boss. Not paid. Yeah, I'm Zach. I'm basically Tyler's champion in Big O. He's been doing the thing for about 3 years now. He's really been making waves around here. And word of mouth is one of our best advertisers anymore because we really are fulfilled by the work that we do, and we get fulfilled even more when people spread the word around and have nothing but good things to say about us. We really appreciate you guys. You guys keep us going. Helping the small businesses grow is one of the best ways to improve the community. So we really appreciate you guys.
Good morning. I am Amy Langless. I am the Vice President of Travel Leaders Destinations Unlimited. We are a full-service travel agency of 36 travel professionals. We have a full corporate division that supports air and land components for corporations, organizations, colleges, student travel. We've got meetings and incentives division. We have a full air department, and we have a thriving leisure and groups department. That's the one I run. So our agents specialize in cruises, river cruises, ocean cruises, land packages. We do custom work. We can get you anywhere that you want to go in the world. For our groups department, we have kind of our staple trips. These are going to be big ocean cruises to Alaska, Hawaii, over in the Med. And then we have big land tours that we do a lot of times over in Europe. I run the custom division, so I create African safaris. I create trips that follow particular authors. We're doing a couple really cool trips next year focused on war history, so we'll be doing a trip to Japan and then Vietnam. We would love to get people in the community to participate in our travel. Last year we had the great honor of purchasing Jay Allen's travel company when he retired. So that's why we're involved in this community. And I'm personally just so thrilled, because even though I grew up in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, my family has had a home in Clear Lake for 35 years. And luckily my parents chose this community to retire in. So I get to come and visit them often, and I've always loved this community. It is like stress-free for me, which is amazing. I love when I come here and I sit out on the deck and look at the lake and just instantly melt and have this peace and this calm. And the people have always been wonderful. There's always so much that my parents have to do. They're so involved, and I just love hearing all their stories. So we do not have a brick and mortar here. We've got 2 large offices, Cedar Rapids and Iowa City and Coralville. I am another Hawkeye. But I do come up and visit a lot. So I will be here today at Chamber from 11 to 2. I'll be here in July and also in August for anybody that wants to come and talk to me. But I'm happy to connect you or anyone that you know who's interested in travel with any of our agents down at other 2 locations. We're just really excited to be here and hope we can help everybody explore the world.
Clear Lake is stress-free for me too. Alright, if you are part of the special updates, honors, and awards, I'd invite you guys up here. We've got about 15 minutes left, so we are looking really good on time. I invite Kenzo up.
Good morning. Basically, just want to announce today that after MBT Bank spent 20 years in 2 locations at 301st Avenue North and 1919 Highway 18 East, we've spent 9 months in the dust and mud, and we finally got a new building up and running. So it's at 800 East, or Highway 18 East. It's right south of Landfield. So more than welcome, stop in, say hi, take a look, walk around, see the new structure. It's pretty nice, it's elegant, it's a little bit smaller than what we're used to, but it's very efficient with space, and we're proud to show it off to the community and welcome you to stop and say hi. And back to what Mark was saying earlier, I've spent 20 years at a corporate bank, and the last 8 years at a community bank. Our community banks are very well vested in our community, and couldn't be happier to be part of this community. So thank you for having us, and come on in. Thanks.
I am Courtney Doughan. I am the Operations and Production Coordinator of Renovo Media Group. Although I'm a new hire, I've been working and freelancing for them since 2020, and I'm here to relaunch us as a company. We have a full-service studio that can house TV shows, commercials, documentaries. We actually have a commercial this Monday we're doing. But we are looking to tell stories that elevate, uplift, and inspire, and just work with good people and tell good stories. I repeated that part.
Good morning, I'm Dave Sims. I'm the airport manager at Mason City Municipal Airport, and I'm excited to be here this morning to share a little update on the new commercial airport terminal we've had under construction. Dean Snyder Construction is busy putting the finishing touches on that building, and we will be holding a ribbon cutting and grand opening July 24th at 11 a.m. and everyone is invited to come out and attend. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is, sorry my voice has been losing it. My name is Ashley, really Ashley Chizik, but Ashley Fitchie. We, since the last quarterly meeting, had a brand new location in Garner, Iowa. Without the support of the community, we could not have done this. So we are super excited that we have a full-fledged floral service, a big new flower cooler. It was the old Chinese restaurant in Garner. My husband is a contractor. We flipped it in 2.5 weeks. and we opened the Wednesday before Valentine's Day. We love to be part of Thursday's opening. We do weddings, funerals, deliveries, and have many gift items. We were honored to do Ben Klappernich's wedding, so thank you, Ben, for giving us that opportunity this last year. We also have the youngest intern in the area. Leah, will you raise your hand? He is my 6-year-old son, and he is learning behind the ropes of the flower shop business, and he is very proud to sell popsicles for $1. Zach Hermanson and him have made many Facebook ads, and he stands on the corner with his little sign. So if you're in the area and you drive by and it's a hot day, he would love to sell you a popsicle for $1. Lastly, until the 28th of this month, we are honoring our customers with 15% off our entire store. Without you guys, we would not be able to do what we do and support the community. And that is one thing that we love doing, is giving back to other people. So thank you.
Hello, I am Denise Essel. I am the owner of Next Level Health and Wellness, and I am here to tell you I was honored to be selected as a go-getter for 2023 in our business. Our business is Optavia. If you haven't heard of Optavia, I am so passionate about people's health, and people come to me wanting energy. They want to be able to drop some weight, fit into their clothes again, to be able to show up as a better person for their family and for their community. And I just want you to know that I am so honored and humbled to have gotten this award. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to celebrate ourselves. And we've been trying and teaching a lot of people to try to celebrate yourself. So I am here humbly honoring myself for what I did. I am passionate. I am not stopping. I've been a coach for 5 years. I'm a nurse by trade. So anybody who is looking for better health and energy, please check me out. I would love to have a conversation and hear your story. I also want you to know I am a 125-pound loser in my lifetime. So I know anything and all the emotions that go with being in a place where you want different, and I chose different. So I'm here to help.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anthony Reason. I'm from the NIAC Innovation Workspace. So for those of you who are not familiar, the Workspace is a community makerspace or fabrication laboratory, which means we have all the fun toys to play with. 3D printers, water jet cutters, laser cutters, all those fun things. So we do a lot of work helping with the Papa John Center's entrepreneurs when they're developing prototypes. We work with NIAC Continuing Education, and we actually have a whole list of workshops coming this fall. So if you're interested in learning how to use your Cricut a little better, or learning to use our really fancy full-color printer vinyl cutter, come down and check us out. We also have memberships now, so you can buy a membership, a quarterly membership, to come learn how to use all of our equipment and make use of it for your own entrepreneurial ventures, personal projects, and all those sorts of things. So if you're interested, come and check us out.
All right. One of the programs since I started at the Chamber that I am so passionate about is Lake Leadership. So every year we graduate between 22 and 25 students from our Lake Leadership program. It's a 9-month program where we meet one Wednesday a month, and we use the community as our classroom. So we go from, I kind of akin it to adult field trips. We get to go and learn the inner workings of our government. We get to learn about the industries that are in North Iowa. We learn about the economic drivers, the banking industry, and so I would just like to recognize our class of 2024. If you happen to be in the room, please go ahead and stand up. We've got 5 of them here today. Let's give them a round of applause. So all of the education during Lake Leadership is great, but my favorite part is the relationships that are built along the way, whether it's relationships with the businesses that we're visiting, or whether it's the relationships that are built within the class themselves. And so if you're considering being part of Lake Leadership, I would highly encourage it. We'll be opening up registration for next year's class on July 1st. So keep an eye out for that. again, it's a great program. How many of you, raise your hands if you've been a Lake Leadership graduate? So you can see that what's so great about the graduates is that they get engaged, they're involved in the community, they're involved in the chamber, they're Rotarians, they're JCs, you know, they're just, you'll see them everywhere, and that's really the purpose. We want to inspire them to get involved and to help make our community a better place. So congratulations to our Lake Leadership graduates, and looking forward to our next class. And then we'll have Liddy wrap things up with an award that they recently received.
All right, thank you. We are super excited. We won the Best Social Media Campaign for a Destination from the Midwest Travel Network at the recent conference. The conference started 5 years ago here in Clear Lake at the Surf Ballroom. It was a way for travel writers and destination management organizations to collaborate, learn from each other, and network. And so this is a really awesome award to win from our peers. We couldn't have done it without Maddie Anderle. The campaign we won was called Lake Madness, which was like a March Madness bracket style. It had been kind of an idea we were kicking around, but we wanted to make sure it was fun. It didn't pit members against members. We put like the City Beach Splash Pad versus Everybody Plays Splash Pad that hadn't opened yet to kind of raise some awareness about that. It was Festival Face-Off and Water Wars. Our July 4th fireworks was the overall winner. So we're really excited that Maddie was able to execute that campaign. We got some really great engagement on our Facebook page with that as well. And I also want to invite everyone, if you want to come and collaborate with Maddie and I, we have Social Media Power Hour. We resurrected it again. We had it this fall. Took some time off over the winter break and holiday season. So we're going to start that up again every month at the Chamber. It's literally an hour where we come in, we have a topic we have loosely to collaborate with, and then it's everyone talking amongst each other, successes, ideas. I am definitely not an expert in social media. It changes every day. I also just got TikTok. And my TikTok is the one that's the Chamber, so I don't like anything and I don't look at anything because I don't want to mess up our stuff. So come and join us. We usually are going to do it the first Friday of the month. However, the next first Friday is July 5th, and nobody wants to come to work early that day. So we're going to do it July 12th, probably 8:30 to about 9:30, because we also have our senior chamber that day. So it's free. Come in, bring your laptop, and just enjoy talking and learning more about social media with us. And thanks, everyone.
Thanks everyone for joining us. Make sure to grab some more coffee and treats on